Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Isotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use Isotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? Isotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at isotope.com, IZOTOPE.com.
Hey, this is Ed Peterson.
And this is John Kiltica Ed.
It's the High Gain Podcast, John.
Brought to you
Yeah?
by us.
Yeah, John and Ed.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where are we?
We are in beautiful West Seattle, Washington.
Yeah. It's a little rainy today.
Maybe a little humid, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay. What are we going to talk about?
We are going to talk about, coincidentally,
Yeah.
a kind of humid place.
Oh, Florida?
No.
Louisiana?
Getting closer.
The Philippines?
The Philippines.
The Philippines is humid, I think. Parts of it.
You are absolutely right. Today, though,
Yeah.
we are going to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
You want to go to Houston?
Sure. Is Houston humid, do you think?
Well, it's on the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't know my Texas geography very well. I know that El Paso is right next to Mexico. It's kind of on that New Mexico, Texas border.
Right.
So you're like 10 minutes from any of those places. Not humid. I think dry.
Deserty dry?
Right.
Yeah. Houston in Harris County, Texas, maybe a little more humid.
Okay, cool. Geography 101 with John and Ed.
If you ever find yourself down there,
Yeah,
somebody drops you into Texas blindfolded.
right,
You're walking around with a hood on your head. Your hands are tied behind your back, maybe. I don't know.
right,
None of my business.
right.
But if it's really humid, maybe you think you're closer to the Gulf.
John,
Yes.
I hate that guitar.
This one?
Yes.
Come on, Ed. Don't be like that.
I'm staring at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
Beverages.
Beverages, Ed. What'd you think of that?
That was great. Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. The lovely Vicki Peterson.
Yeah.
I think when she was a young girl, if she looked into the future and what she saw is I'm married to Ed Peterson, old gray white guy
Yeah.
in her later years, and not Michael Jackson, young Vicki Peterson would be crushed.
Yeah, but if you look in the mirror and you're looking into the future,
Yeah.
first thing she would notice
Yeah.
is that Michael Jackson's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Born in 1958, died in 2009.
I feel like that guy packed a lot of shit into those 50 some odd years, right?
If she could look past the part where he's dead,
Right.
she would see all the controversy. She would see all the drug addiction. She would see a lot of stuff. Would she still be crushed?
I think she would be crushed that young Michael Jackson turned out that way and that she,
She ends up with you?
right, exactly. And, how much
Oh my
different would
God.
things have been if she had just been there to rescue young Michael, right?
Yeah. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Did you recognize any of the chords in that song?
G popped out, probably a C in there.
There was a D7 sharp 9.
Oh. Pretty similar chord shape to the beverage song Shape.
It is. We play that in E,
Yeah.
also known colloquially as
Yeah.
the Hendrix chord.
Oh.
So anybody who wants to look that up,
Sure. I got a coffee and a fresh squeezed beet juice, John.
beet juice.
Yeah.
Take that out with you into the desert.
It's got grapefruit and beet and kale and spinach and a lime and some ginger and some celery, actually. But it's super red. It looks like a cup of blood.
I guess as far as that's concerned, we're
Yeah.
on the same page. I myself, Ed, have something called Cherish.
Yeah.
It is a beverage drink that has 2 R's in it.
Oh, cherry.
100% cherry juice. It says cherish your health.
There's some dude who's got a 6-figure annual income, and he spent probably 3 to 9 months workshopping that name.
Well, he needs to get fired.
You think so?
Well, because at the top it says 100% cherry juice.
Okay.
What does that mean to you? It means the shit is 100% cherry juice.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, after you scroll past the picture of the cherries, it says cherry pomegranate.
Weird.
What percentage of this am I to assume is pomegranate?
0?
Cherry pomegranate with 0% pomegranate? What are they doing over there? So you look to figure out who's responsible for this.
Mm-hmm.
Cherish LLC out of Bellevue, Washington,
No kidding.
where all the techies live.
Yeah. So that dude that I said was making a 6-figure income is probably making a mid-6-figure income, actually.
It says melatonin for better sleep. So I guess there's that.
And we both got coffees.
Yes, we both have black coffee. This, Ed,
Yeah.
is a Robin.
Mm-hmm.
This particular model is a Fleetwood Standard.
I would say there are 2 companies, maybe 3, that have a strong case against Mr. Robin guitars. Gibson, because this is clearly a Firebird knockoff. It's got kind of a Deanie headstock, but it's 4 and 2. That mitigates that. But you could pull that Robin logo off and drop it onto any Batman and Robin DC comic book. That logo looks like a Robin logo from DC Comics.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh, is it kind of a Firebird that Batman and Robin would play?
You know, you bring up an interesting point.
Yeah.
I've often wondered,
Mhm.
not just about Batman and Robin, but other comic characters.
Sure.
In their free time, do we even know what hobbies they enjoy?
Yeah, of course we do.
We do? Batman, what does he do when he's not Batmaning?
He's a fucking billionaire.
But what does he do?
Bangs people. He hangs out with his butler, Al. He's a philanthropist. He has a child who was in the circus.
Wait.
There's a child who was in the circus whose parents died tragically, and he rescues this orphan and brings this orphan in. That's Robin.
That's Robin?
Yes, John. Backstories exist. Every fucking Batman movie has the backstory and shows you exactly what these people do.
I don't know. I thought they just get home and they're tired, so they just like watch Friends or something because they got to get up early tomorrow to be Batman some more.
There's a great comic book, the Hawkeye comic book that Matt Fraction did.
Uh-huh.
And it's amazing. It's easily the best Hawkeye comic
Is
book.
he the Arrow guy?
He's the Arrow guy, yeah, from the, Avengers movies and stuff.
Is that all he does? His superpower is
Yeah.
he aims good?
Yep. That's pretty much his deal. If you want to know everything about his superhero stuff, don't read the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye, because it's all about him just like hanging out in his apartment and like trying to make toast.
That's what I want to know.
Amazing.
Matt Fraction,
Friend of the show.
based just on what you told me,
Yes.
is a genius.
Comics, they're not just for kids.
That's point number 1. Point number 2 is
Yeah.
this guitar, to your mind, is derivative.
Yep.
Where does this start? You got a guy, his name is Dave.
Dave Robin.
Dave Wintz.
Okay.
Old Dave Wintz, born and raised in Houston, Texas.
Great.
He and his business partner, John Whitrock, also known as Bart.
John Bart Whitrock.
Yeah. Dave and Bart decide to open up the Rockin' Robin Guitar Shop in Houston, Texas in 1972.
Okay.
The thing is still there. That's a long time for a guitar shop.
50 years strong. They're coming up on their 50-year anniversary. Congratulations, Rockin' Robin.
Yeah, Rockin' Robin. They're selling guitars, they're repairing guitars, all of that. In 1982, 10 years later, they're thinking, maybe we should have our own line of guitars. Dave and Bart.
Yeah, Dave and Bart, when they're not busy stealing copyrighted songs from Bobby Day, who did the original Rockin' Robin. Oh, Bobby Day, did we lose him?
1930 to 1990.
Was he actually going to be part of this story? Sorry about that.
That's good. You're looking shit up.
They start a guitar shop named Rockin' Robin in the 70s. Clearly, that song is older than the 70s.
That song was released in 1958.
Yes.
So, yeah, they would have been aware of it.
I would say they were at least aware of that song. That seems fair.
Yeah. Around this time, 1982, they go to NAMM.
Wait, 82?
Yeah.
82. They go to NAMM.
And they're noticing all the Japanese manufacturers who are OEMing for people.
Okay.
They see our good friends from ESP.
Mm-hmm.
They see the Tokai guys.
Mm-hmm.
And this factory called Chusen. They made stuff for Charvel and Jackson. And so they're thinking, why don't we approach some of these guys and see if they will make guitars for us and they can just put our name on them.
Great.
We'll get them from Japan. We'll sell them in the guitar shop. They'll have our name on them. It'll be great. What are we going to call these things? I don't know, but Dave Wince's actual middle name is Gibson.
That is crazy that I thought, oh, this thing is copyrighty problematic. Holy shit, these guys. Do they steal everything?
Maybe they innovate in other places.
God damn.
Maybe they do.
Salvage this thing.
Okay, I'm going to try.
Okay.
They're bringing in guitars of the shapes that are popular in Japan and the US at that point.
Yeah.
The super stratty kind of shapes.
Yep.
As well as designs of their own making.
Okay.
So one of the things that Dave does, he designs a reverse headstock that's kind of more pointy than not to get imported from Japan with the Robin name on it. This is significant because while it was not unheard of, the Japanese guys had been doing it for a few years. In the USA, it is considered to be one of the first and most influential instances of that kind of butt rock pointy reverse headstock.
Huh.
So when you trace back the whole butt rock hockey stick reverse pointy headstock thing, Robin Guitars is considered to be the place where it began.
Are you talking about a headstock like the one on that guitar?
I am not. I am talking about the reverse, like a Firebird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that, but more pointy. Yes.
Okay.
So super stratty guitar with a reverse pointy headstock.
Okay.
That took off.
Okay.
At the time, it was so novel, he applied for a patent for the headstock.
Yeah.
And he got what was called a provisional patent.
Yep. I think it's like prior art where no one else can get a patent for that thing. It's not a full patent. It's a baby patent that no one else can get. I have one for tech bullshit.
That's what he did, but since it was provisional, it did not stop everybody and their cousin from doing the hockey stick pointy headstock thing.
Yep.
Charvel, Jackson, Kramer.
Yeah.
Everybody. It became a genre unto itself.
Sure.
And probably the biggest purveyor of that kind of thing in the mid-'80s would have been Kramer.
Yeah.
In fact, our man Dave got kind of bummed out and tried to sue Kramer, but he lost because his patent was only provisional.
You see what you get? Like, oh, I'm going to steal the body shape. I'm going to steal the logo. I'm going to steal the name. And then, oh, some guy makes a headstock kind of like mine, and I get all fucking pissed off. That's a bummer. I feel very bad for him.
Finally, after multiple years, he makes headway with that action, only to have nothing come of it, because by the time he clears out all these impediments, Kramer's on the way out anyway.
Get wrecked, dummy.
There's nothing for him to gain.
I love this story.
Their biggest selling guitar was the Ranger, the one you've probably seen the picture of, the Super Stratty with the reverse headstock.
Yep.
That's probably their most famous one. It had Telecaster-style controls, and the pickguard covered both cutaways, kind of like the Telecaster bass.
Cool.
You want to hear what this thing sounds like?
Do you actually want to hear my answer? I mean, we're doing a show on it. I guess we should probably listen to it.
This has 3 pickups.
Yeah.
3 Rio Grande pickups, also made in Houston
Okay.
by the Rio Grande Pickup Company. Started by our man Bart Whitrock. Dave and Bart have been busy lo these many years, Ed.
Sure.
3 pickups, volume, tone.
Volume, tone.
Yeah, neck and bridge volume knobs
Okay.
and a master tone.
Neck and bridge volume,
Mm-hmm.
master tone.
So if I'm in the neck position, the first knob is a volume. Now I'm down.
Okay.
If I go to the bridge, same deal, it's a volume. Now if I'm in the middle, I get the middle pickup, and I can blend in however much I like.
Oh, okay.
Here's 3 pickups full on. So if I turn down the volume on just the bridge a little bit, takes a little bit of the edge off.
Okay.
Turn down just a little bit of the neck.
Yep.
Once I get those where I want them, I can just kind of fine tune it then with the master tone control.
Wait, is that a push-pull?
It is. Well, this is embarrassing.
You don't know?
I don't know what it does. I downloaded the specs for this guitar, the Fleetwood Standard,
Yeah.
and they do not say what it does. Let's see if we can figure out what it does.
Oh, God.
Let's put everything in the middle, volume up. I can't tell what it's doing.
We have done multiple of these where I've had just an initial, ooh, I don't like that. And then you talk about it, and by the end, I really like it.
Uh-huh.
I hate this guitar more now than when we started talking about it. We've done 160, 170 guitars.
Uh-huh.
This is my new least favorite guitar.
Let me lay this on you. Go ahead and Googlefy Robin Guitars The Wedge, and let me know what you think of that.
Oh, God. I think I like it less than the guitar you're holding.
Well, see?
Okay, so they now hold my number 1 and 2 least favorite guitar of all time.
That was 1985, The Wedge.
Jesus.
Maybe in spite of the success of The Wedge, which wasn't very good, they now try what I might call a reverse guitar manufacturing commute.
Oh, they pull over to the U.S.
Yes.
Oh.
They're like, you know what? Let's stop overseas production.
Weird.
Let's bring all production here to good old Texas.
Sure.
They got a problem, though.
Yeah, like finding a thing to steal.
Yeah, what are we going to steal now?
Yeah.
They don't know how to make guitars.
Sure.
They don't know anything about it.
Mhm.
They don't have any equipment. They don't have a space. All they have in Houston is a guitar shop. First thing they have to do is find a new space, an additional space that's big enough. So they do that.
Yeah.
Now they need machinery and people that know how to use it. Very strange. Dave gets in touch with Gene Fields, who still has a whole bunch of machinery for cutting and making necks.
Sure.
Gene Fields is the guy who designed the Starcaster for Fender.
Okay.
And so production on US-made Robin guitars starts in 1988.
Cool.
What do you think of that? Do you like it better now?
No.
Okay.
Is this a USA one? Like, what year is this?
This one is from the 2000s. Yeah, this is US.
Okay. Am I wrong about the Firebird? The bottom horn is a little more exaggerated?
A little more exaggerated and bent. If you were to reverse that and put this horn on the top and have the kind of stubby one on the bottom,
Yeah.
that is what Robin called the machete.
Oh, that might be cool. Probably not. Probably not, but it might be.
Okay, you know what you need?
Yeah.
You need a palate cleanser.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Ed, we're bringing back this segment, much loved, Ed's Pedals. Ed
Yeah.
has brought a pedal for me to try out.
Yeah.
What did you bring, Ed?
I brought a Maris Auto Bit.
Otto, like Otto the dog.
Auto like Bismarck.
Yes. What do they build this as, Ed?
The Autobit Junior, it's billed as a maniacal little machine inspired by vintage gaming consoles.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a bit crusher. I think we've talked about Maris pedals. Everything is like $300. I just feel like they pack so much shit into their pedals. It's crazy. So this one is a bit crusher, but it also has a 6-step sequencer with tap tempo.
Yeah. Ed has preset this pedal to a kind of mellower, usable bass tone.
We turned the sequencer on. John, like I thought, would like the sequencer. Yeah. It's got a pitch and filter sequencer. It's 6 steps. So this is probably the easiest pedal to remember the alt functions. Every knob
Is a step in the sequence.
exactly. Yeah. So that is more just the sequencer thing. It's funny because it's a bit crusher, so the other knobs are sample rate and filter and bits. And those, if you have them dimed, it's like, oh, the most bits and the filter effectively off. So as you roll them back, you bring in like...
Hold on a second. Let me put on just a couple more sweeteners to see what this sounds like.
Oh, God, sweeteners.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. With the bit knob, you can actually get kind of usable fuzz tones. That's pretty rad.
That's really cool.
And then you can use the filter. How's that?
That's awesome.
The auto bit is probably one of the easier to understand pedals, and it can go from pretty super usable to pretty insane in very few steps.
And that is the Maris Autobit Jr.
Yep.
And that was Ed's pedals.
Yeah, that one feels the most Johnny of the pedals I've had recently.
Hey, can I have that pedal, Ed?
You can for sure borrow it for a while.
Cool.
I thought you would like that one.
Okay, was that enough of a palate cleanser that we can head back to Houston? Or are you still just generally disgusted?
Well, I mean, entrepreneurs in the U.S. trying to make a go of guitars. In general, I am into that. Every decision they made seems wrong, but, you know, that's forgivable.
They haven't been at it for very long at this point. We're up to about 1988, and they started in 72.
Sure.
Also in 72, I should mention,
Yeah.
a young Michael Jackson released his first solo album.
Okay.
One of the first singles released charted way high up on the Billboard.
Yeah.
He covered Rockin' Robin. The same year Rockin' Robin opened as a guitar shop in Houston.
Cool. Yeah.
Mysteriously, by 2010,
Okay.
our man Dave is out of there. And he puts this note on robinguitars.com. Dear all Robin fans, after 28 years, Robin Guitars has ceased taking orders and producing instruments. A number of events have led to this decision. Not one we wanted to make, but one that needed to be made. We have thoroughly enjoyed our time doing the things we love and creating instruments for people who share the same passion, and what a passion it is. All core components of the company will go into storage. Who knows what the future will bring? So I don't know. I saw some things that suggested that maybe he's making stuff again, but I couldn't find anything that was definitive. So if that was 2010 and this Fleetwood is 2009, this was one of the last units he made. Even at the peak, they were making 60 instruments a month. Not so very many.
Right. It's probably because they're ugly as fuck. That might have something to do with it.
We got to talk about this headstock. They call this headstock the split or winged headstock.
Yep.
Imagine a flying V headstock
Yep.
where one side is shorter than the other.
Yep.
On the left side, there are 4 tuners, and
Yep.
on the right, there are 2.
Right.
Looks like an old-timey crutch.
Yeah. A lot of their designs are very, very, very asymmetrical. They just exaggerate the asymmetricalness. It's sort of like Dutch angles in cinematography.
What's a Dutch angle?
You take the camera and you set it just off axis, so it's a little sideways. But they do that in films when there's like high tension or a villain is doing something, and
Right.
it creates a sense of unease when you look at it that you're not actually aware of because you can just barely tilt the camera and it's just enough off center that you have to kind of tilt your head to angle up, and it makes people subconsciously uneasy. That's what these guitars are like. Off center just enough that it makes you uneasy when you look at them. I look at this guitar and I get a little upset stomach. Is that what they're going for?
Well, so there you go. Robin guitars,
Yeah.
nausea-inducing instruments.
Yes.
Do I even need to ask about buy or deny?
Oh, my God. There are a lot of guitars that I have not liked, but I thought, oh, for an irony thing. I hate it, so it's funny, so I love it.
Yeah.
This I just hate. There's no redeeming value in this guitar at all, period, the end. Sorry. God, am I just in a bad mood today? I don't know what's going on.
I think the Michael Jackson thing set you off to think
Yeah.
your wife
Yes.
could have been with him instead of you.
Exactly.
And now here I am.
Rubbing my face in it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
The man in the mirror.
What about you? What do you think of it?
This is a deny it for me as well. Before I even pass go,
Yeah.
as I've mentioned, the headstock, I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do that split V dopiness.
But you wouldn't buy a St. Vincent because it's 4-2 and stubby and weird.
Yeah.
What about the actual body shape?
That doesn't bother me quite as much. It's evocative of the Firebird. You're right. No argument there. But that's okay.
It's so derivative with the center line being raised.
Yeah.
It is a Firebird.
Yeah. So that's a double deny
Yeah, which
from here at High Gain headquarters.
this might be the first double deny. Like, usually one of us is like, yeah, I'd take that. Too bad.
Ed,
Yeah.
where can people go to find out more about this and other sundry things that we're up to?
They should go to Instagram,
Yes.
and then from there they could click that link tree right in the bio,
Yes. And that
You
will
know.
take you everywhere else we exist.
which is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
How's that for easy?
One-stop shopping, John.
Or if you want to go to the core place,
The hub.
thehighgain.com, do your thing.
thehighgain.com. Send us a mail to thehighgainpod@gmail.com.
Yes.
And we'll answer it.
Yep.
Leave a review on iTunes.
Oh, we like that too.
Yeah.
So, Ed,
Yeah,
will you come back next week?
absolutely.
I'll try to have something you like.
That would be a refreshing change. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, see ya.